Hi everyone, it's Paula here. I wanted to jump in here today to talk a little bit about my workshop that is coming up this Saturday, November 14th at 10 o'clock Pacific time. I'm looking at two different cameras because we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. So welcome everybody who is hearing this live. My workshop is called Free to Believe in You. Embrace your vulnerability and discover your personal power. And this is why I believe this workshop is so important, especially for parents. It has to all to do with why do parents get triggered? And this getting triggered comes really in the way of creating this beautiful, connected, trusting, authentic, vulnerable relationship with your child. Because connection is currency. The way we get kids to comply and to listen, to do what they're supposed to do is through that connection. We also know this from attachment research that for children to have that secure attachment is something that will set them on a path of success later on in life. It impacts so many areas of their lives, academics, the way their social skills develop, their self-esteem, their confidence. It's related to healthy relationships and all those beautiful, amazing things. So one thing in parenting, the thing that you want to nurture and nourish the most is building that secure attachment. But what comes in the way of building that attachment and that connection is being triggered. Our own stuff comes in the way. And this is why it's so important for parents to do their inner work so that they can resolve, so that you can resolve your own wounds around rejection and abandonment, feeling like I'm a failure, I'm not good enough. So many parents feeling powerless and feeling like being controlled by their kids. So this workshop is all about finding your personal power, discovering that through vulnerability. So when I'm talking about personal power, this is not control. This is not manipulation. This is not about people pleasing, on eggshells, anything like that, where you can really show up as your authentic self. So this amazing transformational free 2.5-hour workshop is happening this Saturday, November 14th. It's happening through Zoom. So look for the link to register right below this live. And we are going to go over 3 things that can really transform your parenting so that you can start practicing being connected with your child. So one thing that comes in the way of that beautiful relationship is lack of self-love. The reality is that we cannot give something that we don't have. We just can't. And I'm not just saying that. This is actually coming from research by Brené Brown, that the love that we give without having that self-love is usually conditional. It's usually something where we expect something in return, and it is exhausting because we expect something in return. We are thinking, we're giving, but if that giving doesn't come from generosity and openness, the value of our heart, we're going to be depleted. And I know that so many parents out there, you are depleted and you're exhausted. So step number 1 is really learning to love yourself. And this is a practice. It doesn't happen automatically. So Brené Brown teaches us that this self-love is really cultivated through courage, compassion, and connection. So I'm going to be talking about that, giving you some tools how to start cultivating the self-love. The number 2 thing that comes in the way of creating this beautiful connection and attachment with your child is shame. So many times in my experience as a transformational parent coach and as a therapist is that those moments of being triggered happen because we collapse into shame. One of the ways that we try to like cover up the shame is lashing out, is getting snappy, is being irritated, blaming and shaming the other person. So it's really about projecting our own stuff onto other people. So unless we become aware that it's really our own shame that we get to process and work through, this pattern of being triggered by your child is going to happen over and over again. So in my workshop, we are going to cover some information about shame, as well as what does the research on shame resiliency say about this. And the third thing we are going to talk about that really comes in the way of this beautiful connected relationship with your child is vulnerability. And so many times there are so many myths around vulnerability. The biggest one of them is like vulnerability is weakness. It's not. That is exactly where your personal power lies, is showing up with your authentic self to the world. And guess what happens? When you are authentic, when you are vulnerable, other people will be vulnerable around yourself as well, including your kids, who are going to open up and connect with you because you're connecting with them. The other important thing is that vulnerability is prerequisite for empathy. And the way we really connect with other people, the way you connect with your child is through that empathy. It doesn't matter what the crazy situation is. It doesn't matter how insignificant or meaningless, whatever the thing it happens that looks like. Usually it's a minute thing, like, you know, the socks are not right color or whatever it is. This is important for your child, and we get to respond to children with empathy, to fill their cup with connect. But if we are not vulnerable, if we are connected to our own feelings in that deeper level, we are not able to have those empathetic responses, because empathy is about being with the other person. So please join me this Saturday, 10 o'clock Pacific time. Sign up right now. It's a very connected, engaging, transformational leadership workshop. I'm hosting it, and I have 4 other amazing coaches there whose sole purpose there is to hold you high, to create a safe place so that you can break through these barriers and limiting beliefs and things that are just holding you back in life, from the life that you really truly want to live, and being the parent that you really truly want to be. So, and it's all free. I'm just giving it out. There are people spending hundreds of dollars for a workshop like that. And I am giving it out as a free gift to you, because I do believe that it's super beneficial. And right now, this is the energy and this is what the world needs right now. So I hope to see your lovely faces there. I will see you Saturday, 10 o'clock. Pacific time on Zoom. Just find the link below this post and sign up right away. Bye now.